So I guess I ran across a familiar name, iStarUSA Group. This is Josh, and I guess like everyone who was in the booth sprung it on Josh because he was away.
Got lucky.
But yeah, he's lucky. But they also said that you were probably the best presenter. You've done this before.
Okay, we'll see about that.
There you go. But yeah, I guess like my familiarity with iStar is like a lot of the off-shelf product I think that you have. So like I mean I've seen like I've used your hot swap backplanes and like external caddies, stuff like that too. But I'm noticing here that you guys have you guys do some like really customized stuff, like made to order type things. Like you want to chat about that quickly?
I think starting 3-4 years ago, we really started to invest in more OEM ODM. Just giving that customer that option to do their own branding, because some people they take a standard case and they want to put their components in there.
Yes.
And the case is not going to be 100% right.
Right.
There's always some itty bitties they want to change out to kind of fit their solution better. So that's what we started to invest in and kind of really got on a roll to get into that spot. So
do you have like some examples that you could show us? Or I mean like I'm like looking over here, I see a lot of faceplates, which is some really cool looking faceplates.
Yeah, so we've been selling rack mounts for 10 years. And you could see our standard products on Newegg, on Amazon, and all the big reseller websites. So some people, they would come to us and they go, we really like the front doors, but we want to put we want to create our own branding. We want to show our company ID on the front door. Can we do that? So that's where we come in and we go, and we can create a custom bezel for you. So when people see the chassis, they don't see iStar case.
Right.
They see your company's case, your company's logo on there.
But those are just they're primarily cosmetic modifications that they're looking for. Okay, so they're still using the entire back end is still an off-the-shelf box. I guess in terms of form factor, if I have a completely different problem that needs a different kind of solution, can you completely redesign the box or?
Good question.
What?
So there's different levels of customization.
Okay.
I would say for the entry level is more like you said, cosmetics.
Yes.
A faceplate or a logo badge to stick on there, or a silk screen, to put their logo. That's more the entry level.
Can I is entry level also what if the whole box wanted to be? Can I get a powder coated a different color or something? Okay.
Yeah.
So that's still
exactly.
Entry level? Okay.
That's entry level. You play around with the color.
Okay.
You do branding, silk screens, stickers, badges, so on and so forth.
Okay.
Then you move on to changing the mechanical parts.
Yes.
So it could be in the case, they want extra brackets to hold their add-on cards.
Okay.
Or they want to fit a particular size of the motherboard.
Yes.
So we can customize the internal components as well.
Okay. Interesting.
Right? So if you want to come over, I'll show you. Yeah.
Okay, so
take this case for example,
rack mount, 19-inch. Yeah. Okay.
This is standard off the shelf. It comes with two 5¼ bay, a 3.5 bay, and it's got a fan filter, 120 millimeter fans in the back.
Okay.
So what if the customer comes and they go, you know what, I like this chassis a lot, but I have no use for this 3.5 bay.
Right.
And I want 5¼ bay.
Okay.
And then we go, yeah, we can do that. So that would be like the next level of changing the mechanics and the basic structures to fit what they need.
Okay.
They can do that with drive cage. They can do that with rear panel. They can. If they have special connectors in the back that they want to do.
Okay.
Like some audio video media customers, they want to do XLRs. They want to do HDMI.
Yeah.
And our standard off the shelf doesn't offer that.
Okay.
And not everybody needs that either, right? So we can take out this rear back panel and customize it to fit what they need.
I see.
Yeah. And then what you were talking about is call a complete custom case solution, where the customer knows what they want, they knows what the components they want to go in. They tell us the form factor, they tell us what this needs to look like, the application, where it's going in, and then we can do a complete 100% OEM ODM solution as well. So
like what is this thing here actually? So this is like a rack.
This is what we call the traditional industrial rack just looks really industrial. It's steel, metal, aluminum. We try to explore, especially in the audio video field.
Yeah.
A lot of people are talking about IT furnitures, something that they can put in their studio, put it on stage, and it doesn't look like an IT equipment. It looks like part of the set,
Yes.
part of the furniture.
Okay.
So that's what we're trying to explore here.
So this sort of finishing, does this all happen in-house, or like what is, or do you guys have partners that work with, looks like leather and wood?
Yeah,
or-
there's different suppliers. You'll be surprised. You know,
Okay.
leather suppliers. These are little, different parts. It took time to develop this type of products.
Okay.
So we come up with a concept, and then we start searching for suppliers that can, come in collaboration and develop this product with us.
What about all the metal machining? Does the metal machining get outsourced at all, or do you guys
Yeah.
handle
So
it?
our expertise. This is our expertise.
Okay.
Metal fabrication. We work with steel, aluminum, and then plastic injection.
Okay.
So we can do a complete, plastic custom parts too.
Okay.
Yeah,
Interesting.
so other things like leather, we really don't touch that often. So yeah, that's something we source out.
Cool. I was speaking to actually Andrew earlier, and the funny thing is I actually come from the photo industry myself.
Okay.
Like Jan is a filmmaker here, but
Okay.
often if I am shooting tethered on a digital shoot on location, I might bring a computer that we directly shoot to. But what is important there is like not so much the amount of storage as it is just like just regular processing power and something that's compact but can potentially accommodate a color critical monitor potentially built into the case. And I'm wondering so could I come to you and say like I need a sort of like a compact micro ATX case that has some kind of provision for a VESA hook on that I can hook on the monitor and maybe like flip out feet or something to balance it out? Is this a possibility?
Yeah.
Is
A lot of customers, they come to us with, they might not start with a concept of a box or the
Yes.
enclosure, so to speak, but they come to us with components and application
Okay.
and some of the requirements that they need. Like you said, if it has to be portable,
Yes.
it probably needs to be ruggedized in some case because
Right.
you're carrying it around, you want to bang it.
Yeah,
If you put it in a vehicle, you probably want some anti-vibration type of device, or there's
okay.
depth requirement. Yeah,
Right.
so these are things that when we're sitting down with our customers and we're processing it,
Okay.
we're listening to them to see what they really need, and then we start making suggestions on
Cool.
how to put a box
I guess
around it.
in terms of like for metals that you work with too, like I mean like is it just steel? Can you guys work with aluminum, lighter
Steel,
metals?
we use a lot of aluminum.
Oh, we
actually.
do? Okay.
Aluminum extrusion,
Okay.
die casting.
Okay.
Yeah, we work a lot with aluminum.
Okay.
Because especially, I think in the audio, video, media type field,
Yeah.
they want things to be pretty as well. They don't
Yeah.
want just a steel rack,
Yeah.
something that you pull out of the factory. So if you want to, take some shots at some of the bezels that we use, these are basically giving.
So these are all anodized aluminum?
Yeah, these are all
Okay.
anodized aluminum with hairbrush finish.
Right.
Basically, customer look at this, they can see a base model that they can work with.
Right. Okay, that's cool.
Even these, this rack mount actually we've been selling for 10 plus years.
Yeah, I have
We're
seen
still
this before.
selling them.
Yeah.
And these are, aluminum bezels, made of aluminum bezels, and we use anodized to achieve the different colors and stuff that they need.
I just remember like every time I see like the like the iStar branded stuff, especially on like Newegg or Amazon or whatever, like the stuff is actually very cost effective too. I mean, like is it a function of the designs being in production for a long time, or do you guys just produce a lot of this stuff, or how is it so cost effective?
Cost effective happens, I think, at the design level. Like we start calculating how to leverage our existing parts.
Okay.
Because you hear a lot of this term like modularity.
Yes.
We when we design something new,
Yes.
we're always taking consideration like modularity. What are some parts that we can leverage?
Okay.
That we
So,
don't need
like,
to create everything new.
Right, like stuff that you've done before, but to integrate into it. Okay, interesting.
Exactly.
So I guess like on the topic also of like cost control or initial costs, like if I have a very custom design that we work on, like what is a minimum order quantity to make it feasible?
That's a good question. I think that's a key question, and sometimes kind of drive off some customers when they think about custom solutions, because they're thinking about like 100, 300 pieces, a large quantity. So since we have hands-on on our manufacturing, we can really lower that minimum order quantity. For example, some of the custom bezels that you see back there, we've done production batches just like 15, 30 pieces.
Oh, wow.
Of course, not just counting like a single piece prototype for our customer to use as a proof of concept.
Right.
Not counting that, but after they've proved the concept, I mean, we take orders up to like 10, 15 pieces. We'll take it.
Amazing.
Yeah, but of course, you know, the cost and difference varies with quantity.
Well, it's like printing. You know, you don't go to offset press unless you want to do 1,000, 2,000 copies, right?
And I think that's something that we also have to. We really communicate with our customers, not when we, you know, have the products out already, but even in the design discussion process, we're listening like, hey, what's your budget?
Right.
And as we're designing, we give you options, like engineering design options, and we go, hey, maybe you want to think about using this part or having the metal bent this way instead. So we give you like inputs on how to achieve your target cost, so to speak.
I guess to get your design attention, like, I mean, what does it cost? Like, how do we have to like retain you as a designer?
Normally we don't. I think are you asking if there's a fee involved?
Yeah,
I think that's one of our sell point. We don't normally charge an NRE.
Oh, okay. Interesting.
Like a startup NRE for our custom design.
Okay.
And the good thing is we design everything in-house and locally.
Okay.
So when you're talking to us,
where's local exactly?
City of Industry.
Oh, okay. So in California.
Southern California.
Okay. Wow.
So when I'm talking to you about what you want, at the same time I'm already drawing up, sketching up something that you can visual.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? Like a drawing or a PDF that you can see and go, oh yeah, this goes along something that we want. So you don't have to wait for a long turnaround.
I guess like when designing a new part, like, are you one of the people that we talk to, or do you know, like, does the person we talk to speak English?
So I'm part of the sales team.
Okay, I see.
And all of our sales team, we call ourselves sales engineers. So we can do some mock-ups and engineering. Okay, maybe not that shot. You know we're filming, right? We just got a really good shot at your rear.
Okay. I don't know.
I was like, this is part of our sales team. Not really.
Hi.
Yeah, so in the beginning, like our sales engineers and our PM really get involved.
Okay.
So we have our PM team and sales engineer, but our customer would talk to me first.
Okay.
And I'll kind of just communicate with them and getting to know what their concept is, like their requirement and stuff. And then we start, you know, discussing with our PMs to just really, like, I guess, solidify the concept and just coming out with something concrete that we can show customer.
Cool. I guess, how do we get a hold of you? Just like look you guys up on the internet and
website, or you can email us.
Okay.
Or
so is this like, is it iStarUSA.com?
iStarUSA.com.
Okay, that's perfect. That's
great.
great.
Do a 62630. No, I'm just kidding.
Oh God.
You can put a caption down here.
Janet, you can do a motion picture. I mean, motion graphics. There we go.
Motion graphics. There you go.
Anyway, Josh, thank you very much.
Thank you, Glenn.